Hello everyone, my name is CNanners. Of course I'm kidding, you already knew that. What's up everybody, my name is Sen, welcome back to the channel, and holy cow, big throwback vibes. And speaking of throwback, some of you guys may know me as Ginger Senpai, and also, even bigger throwback, you might know me as PsychoBrad45. And let me just say, time is like a flat circle or something, cause yeah, here we are, back with the new COD, and it's just like old times. For those of you that don't know, I got my start on YouTube emulating content creators that I liked, which I guess still hasn't changed, but back then, I was very much emulating CNanners and Hutch. Yeah, just making Call of Duty content, doing like voiceover work, talking about life, but who really wants to listen to life advice from a teenager? I mean, what really good advice can you give that isn't already secondhand? Yeah, and here we are again, talking about life and stuff. Let's talk a little bit about Call of Duty before we talk about life. So, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, or Call of Duty, or whatever it's titled these days. I definitely wasn't intending on picking this up. It's just the quagmire of you talk to friends, you don't really care about the newest release of Call of Duty, and then one of them is like, oh, I'm gonna get the game, and then the other one's like, oh, I'm gonna get the game too, and then you're like, oh, fuck, here we go again. Let's see how long this lasts. I told my friends I was gonna beat them up if this game only lasts a month, but I think what's gonna be the case is I'm gonna play it with or without them, so, I mean, if you guys want to see more Call of Duty stuff, let me know. Funnily enough, I have a backlog of old Modern Warfare 2 gameplay. I still have it, and it was actually like recorded 6 months ago or something like that. Something before I moved, essentially. So if you guys want to see that gameplay, let me know as well. I think some of it will surely be integrated into this video, but it's a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie to you, to be intimately familiar with the new game. It feels wrong, feels strange. And the thing about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is I spent all my time playing that on PS3, so very much used to controller. Like, the landscape has changed a little bit. I play exclusively mouse and keyboard for shooters these days. I've lost almost all my ability to play shooters on controller. I tried to play on my friends, like COD 4, and oh my god, it was not gonna happen, bro. 1, controller feels awkward. 2, his settings are way different than mine ever were. And it just wasn't a good look. I was getting absolutely murked, couldn't do a thing. But we're back home on some mouse and key. And it's very likely you'll see the streams or recordings with me and Troy and Cody, because those are the motherfuckers that talked me into getting the game. So, what have I played so far? It has exclusively been the multiplayer that I've played. Yeah, like I was saying, it's a bit weird to be very familiar with a game that's just released, because you're just so home. You know the map, you know how to navigate where players might come up at. And to be honest, I played a lot of Team Death and Free-for-All. I'll mess around with the other game modes in the future. And of course, the Warzone and stuff like that. I'll mess around with that too, but that will come in time. I just wanted to spend some time playing the multiplayer, getting my mechanics back, because FPS is not the only genre I like and take part in these days. I like a lot of single-player games. I love fighting games. I'm sure if you looked at the channel in any capacity, love strategy games. The landscape has changed. And as far as me, like, it took me a little while to get my mechanics back. It was not instant because it had been so long since I took a FPS seriously, and COD has a very unique feel. It doesn't feel like any other FPS that I play currently. It doesn't feel like Valorant. It doesn't feel like CS. I don't really play Siege, but it doesn't feel like Siege either. It just has its own feel, and it just takes me a minute to warm up to. I doubt any of you were wondering this, but will you see COD content all the time? No, absolutely not. I have so much stuff to manage. Now I'm on the other side. I have a full-time job. I don't have unlimited free time as like a teenager and just spend all of it playing Call of Duty. Play other games. I have a full-time job. I have a dog that is crazy. I have an ambition to ignore women. And then, of course, if there's a single-player game that I like, I typically end up writing about it over on my second channel, Crouch Block, with all my retrospective stuff. And then I have all my throwback content for the most part, but obviously we play other stuff too, over on DualShock with me and Cody, and we have a really good time over there. So if you guys want to check out a kind of good vibes, good times kind of content, let's play stuff, head over there. I think you'll enjoy it. I guess let's talk, oh boy, my dog just hurtled on over to me. I guess let's talk a little bit about life, I suppose. I made a Call of Duty video not that long ago called Unwanted Return to Form. Yeah, I honestly don't even remember what I was talking about. I was just big sad energy. It just wasn't doing well at the time. And it kind of loops back to the more things changed sentiment, where I was just in such great turmoil over a girl as a teenager, and you think it's hilarious looking back on it, even though you took it so seriously back then, and found myself in very much the same situation where life has changed. I thought things were going on the upswing. I thought I was going to be married, thought I was going to have kids, and man, things just totally flip on its head in its weird way. And now man, I'm moved in with one of my best friends. Things don't always work out with a female companion, and it is what it is. It's weird, because I'm not gonna lie, she still texts me, and I don't understand. Life is weird like that. As far as how I'm doing okay. Actually, this might be the best I've been in a long while. Over the past almost year now, I've been on this emotional roller coaster with this chick. And only for it to ultimately, like, you gotta realize it's just not gonna work out. If things were to work out with this individual, I would need some, like, otherworldly sign from the heavens to, like, fall down upon me to actually give this another go. But I spent so much of my time driving myself crazy, where it's almost weird to feel as if I'm finally reaching the point where I'm letting go and, like, distancing myself from this individual, because there would be a bunch of distance, and then they'd try to, like, maneuver their way back into your life very subtly, and then only to just get whiplash like the next day. It threw me for a loop for so long. As far as relationships, I'm honestly not even really looking for one right now. There was a time where I was trying to fill that void that person left, and I was going out on dates. I was air quotes meeting with people, if you catch my drift, and dude, it was doing me no good. Like, if you're not ready to move on past a person, you're just not ready. I feel like I'm getting to the point where things are a lot more tolerable, but I didn't want to get into a relationship with someone and then project my own feelings of my past relationship onto them. You have to give yourself time. I feel really bad for the people that rush from one relationship to another, because you'll very much find yourself in the same predicament, or the trauma potentially from that last relationship will service you no good, essentially. As far as, like, the wanting to date aspect, that's a bit of a weird one. I kind of don't want to date anybody. I found myself enjoying my free time for a change. When you're in a relationship, you make a lot of sacrifices for the other person. You give up your time, your hobbies, and such. And man, after it's over, it feels weird to have so much free time on your hands again. Like, you don't know what to do with yourself almost. And now I think I'm finally getting to the point where I'm enjoying the things that I enjoy again. I'm remembering what it is to be me. I'm ashamed of myself to have lost so much of myself to someone. Like, I don't mind making sacrifices for someone I care about, but losing your own identity in sight of that is just a no-go. Maintain thyself, if you will. Remember who you are. Remember what it is that it means to be you. It is the who you are and the things that you do that attracts people around you. So sacrificing yourself to essentially equip yourself with another individual is no buenos, because then you'll become a shell of yourself, essentially. Man, this commentary went all over the place, I'm not gonna lie to you. But I think that's where I'm gonna wrap things up. If you guys want to see more, check out the rest of the channel. In the description, there's links to not just my channel, but my friends' channels as well. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace.